I'm going to be doing a backtest session for my football model throughout the week and see how it goes. Just a little insight to what my brain sees. Okay, and what I see on this one is it swept the lows and it's having a reaction there. It's not just going down further. Uh, we do have a breaker on a higher time frame. So with this one, I would pull the leg that made it, put it at the low, and that's the projected move of where it should go if it plays out. I like that we had a good push up right after we took those lows. Now I'm watching to see if we come down to take this low again, and if we do, what the reaction is. Okay, now at this time we have taken the highs of the pattern. This is where I'm going to take my stop loss and I'm going to put it just a little bit into profit. You can put it at break even, but with this model it tends to come back down and sweep the lows after making part of the move. And if it does that, you can get a re-entry. I'm going to get back in here with the stop loss right below the lows. And it should go this time. We're still consolidating in basically the same pattern. Now right in here we just swept those lows and it's not acting like it's going to dump. On this I would move my stop a little lower and add to it. I added up in here, which was probably a little premature, but this is what I look for when it sweeps the lows and has a reaction off of it. Now with it consolidating in this tight range, it should go hard one way or the other. Okay, what I would like to see happen here is for to consolidate and make a smaller football to continue the move. Nice. And what I do with those is I just pull the leg that made the pattern, and I put it at the low of what the pattern is, and that gives me a good projected target to aim for. Okay, let's see what open does here, and then we can look to see if we can catch another one. These ones I get iffy about. If it starts making it right before open, I really don't want to take them because open can have a Judas that will wreck you before making the move. Okay, on this one, I'm really thinking that this is the Judas. We rejected right at the 786 of this little range that we have going on. So I would take short position right here. Stop loss. Just above. Put it right above the 893. Take profit on this one. We'll go to 2 to 1. Still not it. I'm gonna go for 3 to 1 on here. Aim for the negative 0.5, right past that. Came up and just barely swept that high again. Okay, and instantly came down. I like it. Alright, right here on this one, it made another football coming out of it, and that's something that I like to see is fractal. Whenever it makes a bigger one and makes a smaller one coming out of it, those ones are a lot more high probability that I've seen in the past. So if price comes back up and takes these last highs in here and starts to reject, I will add another one. This model is a continuation model, so whenever it takes a previous low and it consolidates in that pattern, it always gets me, you know, excited that it is doing that, meaning it should continue. Have a reaction right off the 0.5 of that. And it's making another one right here. This is what my brain sees on this. Is a little football consolidation, and I wait for a sweep to take the continuation. Nice. And there's the continuation right there. Yeah, that was a nice continuation for it. Now it's looking like it's making another continuation of it. And if this one plays out, let's see. That's pretty steep. I'm going to do that. I don't know why I changed it, but it should go down somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and try it. If this one reverses, then that should be, or I mean, if this one fails, it should be the reversal that takes us back up. Right here is where I'm protecting my position. It did roll over and does this, but I also have a model that comes down and it rounds out called the stiletto, and that could be what's going on here. Perfect. Went almost straight to the measured move, like perfect. And with those, I just pull the leg that makes it, is what I do. Now, as far as how I get into these, I will take this and measure it. And since this is a bear example, you have to short above 0.5 of the range that it made. You're not allowed to short unless you're above 0.5. If it's a bear example, then you just flip that up opposite. You take the pattern, you see how big it is, and you are not allowed to long above 0.5 of that pattern. Looks like we're trying to make one right here. We come down, looks like we're trying to bottom. We got above this and we're making some kind of football right here. That's what my brain is seeing. It's not all that pretty, but that's what I'm seeing. I don't know if I'm going to take this one though. It's not all that good looking, but if it plays out, it should go up to there. I don't know why that looks so off whenever I do that. So we're just basically consolidating here in the afternoon. It don't look like it's doing very much. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next day is what I'm going to do. See how fast we can do this. Might have to go up a time frame to get it to go a little faster. Okay, and where we landed right here looks like it's a good spot. I see this as a consolidation, a football consolidation that should go up. So we're going to pull the leg that made it, put it at the low, and get this off of here. Yeah, we're above my moving averages. We took a swing high and we are consolidating. With that, I think this is a good shot to try. Stop loss would have to be below that, the last swing low, and what does that line up with over here? Look to the left. That's right in the middle of the big fair value gap on that. I like it. Alright, this is really early in the morning, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't like that. Right after it took these highs, I probably should have moved my stop and looked for a re-entry. But right now we came down. I don't know, will we take that? Just by a tick, it looks like. So that's what I kind of talked about earlier. We make the move, start making the move, and then come back down for the lows one more time before it goes. Ooh, swept out. I still think we go up here though. Yep. Got swept out on that one, but that's alright. What's going on right here? Looks like we are making another one right after one. And this is what I was talking about, things being fractal. Yeah, I like that right there. Wish I could get a little bit better feel in it, but I'm market buying right now because I don't want it to take off without me. If it comes down and bounces, I'll add another one in this one. But that looks like the move that we was waiting for. Yeah. The measured move of that would have been right there for that one. See, that's ugly right there, but my brain still sees that as a consolidation right before where the measure moves, so this should continue another leg higher than what that was. And then it's just making it bigger right now. So while I'm in stuff like this, I just trail my stop. As long as we keep making consolidation like that, I'm going to stay in the trade and I'm just going to keep trailing my stop until I get to something that tells me that I'm wrong. Now we got pretty much right to the measure move of what this should be. And it's looking like it's making another one right there. So I'm just going to let it do what it's going to do and I'll trail my stop behind. No, it's just making one right there, but it's pointing up. To me, whenever it does a consolidation like that, that's like really bullish. It's not even giving it a chance to go sideways, it's like pointing up. Now, it looks like I might have trailed a little too close on that one. For that could be the football where it just came to sweep the lows to make the actual move. So what my brain saw on that was that being the football, come down, sweep the lows to come up to make the actual move. And the actual move on that would be somewhere around that. But eventually these things fail. And whenever they fail, more than likely that's the reversal when it's not continuing. Finally got up there to the measured move. Came down, swept the low again, you know. One more time, it had just come down there, sweep these lows one more time, peter around before it did that. Right here, that that should continue, but that could also be the reversal. On these ones, that's like 50-50 in mine. I see the football consolidation there, but ones that go straight sideways, I don't take as much because they like to fail more so from the back testing and forward testing, all that I did. If they consolidate exactly sideways, they have less of a percentage to go, but that should rip. I see a little one for a short here. We've been extended pretty far. I would probably take this short. If it comes back up here just and sweeps that, I would probably take that. So I'm going to lower it back down just to see what that does. We're making a bigger one's what I see now. It was just a little one right there, but now I see one going the other way. It's not above 50% of the range, so I'd have to let this one go unless it comes back up higher. I think I remember this trade. I think this is a short that I took and said that it offers 50 ticks even if I'm wrong. Yeah. So this should keep ripping. Alright, we're just going to go the next day. Look at that. Right there it was for the short. Bang, straight down. This stuff's fractal. It's on every time frame. Just on the 15-second, it happens a lot more often, and that's what I judge order flow with. Alrighty. Well, we had a big run up before, so. Yeah, that looks pretty nice right there. I'm gonna go ahead and try a short on that one. It says it should at least take these lows, but I think it's going to keep pushing, so we'll see. Ooh. Got smoked on that one. See, it's making it to go up, but I'm not bullish. I don't trust it. But you know, what's the chances that it went exactly that and turned around? Now what I'd like for it to do now is for it to come back up and make another one right here. Yeah, it's rolling over. I didn't have a chance to get in it, but that should be what leads the dump. Awful lot of chop, and this is right before open, so I might get punished for this one. But I see this as the football, and it came up to sweep the highs, and it's about to dump. Right there. I was making it right there, and it is instantly failing, so that is not good. Ooh, not cool. Okay, we got tagged out of the last one, but it's making one right here, and this is the chance to get back in. I'm going to mark it in on that, and if it comes back up higher, I will add to this. What my brain sees is just a oval shaped consolidation on the lower time frames, and from all the screen time that I've put in on the 15-second chart, that tells me that it should make a move hard one way or the other out of it. And with this one, it made that. It came up, bearishly retested, and sent it down hard. This is that fractal I was talking about. It made the football, came down, it made the move, came back up, swept the highs. In real time, I would have probably tried to add right here. And then it made a little bit bigger one, and at the very end of it, it made a football at the very end. That is the fractal thing. Right there would have been the ultimate place to add to this. And on these situations, I'm just going to trail my stop until I see no reason to try to make the best out of it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Uh, don't have any extra time right now. My kids just got back, so this is just a little insight into what my mind sees as the football model.